Hi everyone, welcome to Lunch Break Yoga. Today is Wednesday, May 18th. This is our fifth class in our 6-week series. So hopefully you can see my other videos on YouTube and start from the beginning and work your way up. And yeah, let's do some yoga. We're going to get started. So just coming to a chair, coming to a comfortable seated position. See if you can find a chair where your feet touch the ground. Mine are actually a little bit too short for this chair, although this is a dining room chair. I am going to place my feet up on a block. If you don't have a block, you can feel free to use a book, but try to sit up as nice and tall and straight in your chair as you can. And gently close your eyes or cast the eyes downward. And I'm gently going to ring this bell 3 times. I'd like you to listen to the sound of that bell, try and tune out any other noises that might be happening in and around you. If you're in an office space, perhaps try to tune out a little bit of the excess noise. Maybe you've got headphones on while you're listening to this, that would be helpful. And we'll go ahead and get started with the bell. Breathing in through the nose, opening the mouth and exhaling. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Now, as you keep breathing, see if you can even out the inhale with the exhale. Maybe your breath is fast and choppy. Maybe you've just come out of a meeting, or you're just now first getting your first break of the day. Wherever you are, just really turning yourself inward. Perhaps the rest of your morning so far and the rest of this afternoon to come is going to be doing for others. So really taking this time to tune inward and how you feel in your body, paying attention to your own breath, paying attention to, as we move, maybe some spots on your body that might need a little bit of extra attention. So gently taking those breaths in and out, just becoming present in the space and in your own body for just a few moments. You can feel free to close the eyes here or just cast the eyes downward. Gently breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Keep breathing as I talk about where the breath needs to be coming from. The breath should be coming into and out of the low belly. So if I turn sideways, you can see that my low belly is going to expand with air as I inhale, not my chest. I'm directing the air down into the belly to get the most oxygen that I can for my body. And when we're anxious and overwhelmed, a lot of times we don't even realize that we're chest breathing. Sometimes we're rib cage breathing. But most of us throughout the day are definitely breathing up into the chest. And that's a very, very shallow breath. And it might feel like you're not getting enough oxygen or you're not getting enough air. So really try and throughout the day, just take a moment and just pay attention. A lot of times during the day, I notice that my tongue is resting on the roof of my mouth. And that's generally because I'm tense about something or anxious, or maybe I'm rushing to get somewhere or get something done. Or even have a meeting. So sometimes like just pulling that tongue away from the top of the mouth, paying attention to where your breath work is, and trying to direct the belly, the breath down into the belly. So as we take a few deep breaths in and exhale, inhale, exhale. One last time. And exhale. Good. Paying attention to that breath is going to help you throughout the day, not feel so anxious all the time. Next, we're going to work on the shoulders. So coming back to your comfortable seated position with the feet on the ground, just try and scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears, as high as they'll go. Take a deep breath in and relax. One more time. and relax. We're going to try and take some shoulder circles. So the movement that I'd like to see here is to press the shoulders back so that the chest opens up, then round and bring the shoulders forward as your arms slide down the legs. Bringing the arms back, shoulders come back, moving the arms forward and the shoulders forward. One last time. Deep breath in and exhale as we come forward. Now I'll turn sideways for this one so that you can see the movement a little bit better. Again, we take the deep breath. This way, we're actually going to go backwards this time. So first, our shoulders are going to slump forward, pulling them forward. Really feel like you're separating those shoulder blades, like they're pulling them apart, pulling them forward. Shoulders come forward, shoulder blades separate, then up towards the ears, and then push them back. So really exaggerating that movement. One last time. Good. Maybe taking a few alternating shoulders, right? Just moving into those joints, bringing some fluid, some movement into those joints. We have so many joints in our body. We don't think about actually lubricating that muscle and the joint itself so that it can work better for us. So really taking some time to focus on that. Next thing we're going to work on is some neck rolls. So sitting up nice and tall in your chair, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently let the right ear come towards the right shoulder. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this today, so this muscle feels really, really tight and my ear's not getting very close. But as we go through and move through this movement, I might be able to get a little bit more length in this tight neck muscle here so that my ear can come closer to my shoulder. And that's really what I'm looking for myself and for you. And maybe even just turning the head side to side, you'll feel that the stretch of that muscle kind of shift side to side, maybe up and along the neck. You'll feel it in the front of the neck and the side, and then maybe even a little bit in the back of the neck as you turn the head, just gently and slightly, almost as if you can't believe something that's happening in front of you. You just kind of shake your head, but it's not a full-on no. I'm also trying to pull this left shoulder down. So as my ear comes to my shoulder, I'm not doing this, right? I'm actually working on lengthening that muscle by keeping the shoulder even with my other shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now we're going to sweep the eyes downward as we cast our gaze down into our lap. And maybe you'll feel the stretch in the back of the neck now. You can gently shake the head yes and see how that changes the stretch for you. I've got a lot of creaking and cracking happening here for myself. Hopefully not so much for you. But if you do, that's okay. As long as there's no pain, yoga should not be painful. I want you to work with the stretch to try and increase the flexibility and strength in your body, but just right up to that edge. You don't want to take it so far that you're then in pain. That's not good. Yoga should feel good. Stretches should feel good. On your next exhale, we're going to take that left ear to left shoulder. This one side feels even tighter than the other. And I like to think that, oh, maybe I just slept wrong, right? But it's generally, most of us get tension and anxiety and we hold it in our shoulders. So just paying attention to that today. This might be the first time where you're actually paying attention and saying, wow, oh yeah, that feels a little bit tight there. And the stretch actually feels really good. And maybe every 2 hours, just do some neck rolls while you're seated at your computer. Even if you're at a standing desk, sometimes we tend to kind of just shrug the shoulders naturally when we are in a rush to maybe hit a deadline, or if we are anxious, or if we just are overwhelmed and overworked, which I know most of us are. Taking a deep breath in, you're just going to let the head slowly fall backwards now. And then maybe feel if you can push the jaw forward. See if you can move the jaw forward even a fraction of an inch, just so that you can elongate the front of the neck muscle, which we just don't ever really pay attention to. So just moving that jaw forward and back. Feeling a nice big lung stretch along the front of the neck. And then as you exhale on your next exhale, coming back to center. We're going to take it the other direction. So we're going to go to the left ear first. And then we'll go around in another circle, but we'll go a little bit faster now. Now that we've taken a little bit of time with each side and each stretch, we can move a little bit faster with our breath. So as we inhale, taking the left ear to left shoulder. As we exhale, looking down. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, looking up. Inhale, let that right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, looking back. One deep breath in and then exhale back to center. Nice. Taking the right hand, we're going to place it on the left knee. And the other hand is going to scoot behind your chair. Okay. You can almost think of it as a bind. So my palm is actually facing outward and touching the back of my chair. And I'm gently going to turn the top portion of my body. My legs and my feet are still going to point towards the camera, but my whole upper body is going to twist. And you can also use the hand behind you to press into that chair to get more of a twist. And then gently let your gaze look over that shoulder and see how far your gaze can go. So maybe stop for a moment, take a breath or two. On an exhale, see if you can twist a little further, maybe look a little bit further over that shoulder. Few breaths here, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, coming undone. Literally and figuratively. So we're going to switch sides. So taking that left hand now, placing it on the right knee. And then gently reaching behind you with that other arm. So this might be as far as you get with your arm. And maybe this is as far as you get with your head. What we're working towards is actually, this is a movement you're going to use into old age as you drive, right? And you want to be able to turn to see what's behind you. You want that mobility in the neck to be able to comfortably look behind you. If there's something in danger behind you or something interesting behind you, maybe you're eavesdropping and you want to see what's going on, you want to be able to move that neck around, right? You want to be able to see what's happening behind you sometimes. So we need to work on that and pay attention to it. Most people don't think that that's something they need to practice. But really, as we age, there's a lot of things we need to practice. Don't use it, we lose it, right? And this is one of those things. So pressing into the chair, either wrapping the hand behind you so that the palm is facing out, or maybe even resting the hand on the top of the chair, taking a deep breath in as we lengthen and twist. And then when you get into your twist, see where that head can go. See how far the head can look behind you. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, inhale. And as we exhale, go ahead and unwind. Actually, I'm going to leave this here. We're going to do a few cat couch stretches in our chair, but I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so that you can see the movement here. So in our cat couch position, I'm actually pressed up against the back of my chair. There we go. Now you can see where I am. Okay. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to gently press into the palms into the thighs as we lift the chest and let the head drop back. Now, maybe you're only looking where the ceiling meets the wall. Maybe your eyes are able to track even further back. Maybe you're able to take a slight back bend and look at the other side of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Again, we're working on that stretching in the front of the neck. Nice little back bend here. Arching as we press the chest, shine your heart towards the ceiling, and the eyes drop back. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, The head comes up, the eyes, the nose, the chin. Everything then drops down forward, looking into our laps as we round our shoulders and our back. Deep breath in, lift the chest, the eyes, the nose, the chin. Exhale, pull the belly towards the spine, drop the chin, the nose, and the eyes as we round the back. One more time. Inhale. Eyes, nose, chin, chest, rise. As we exhale, pull the belly towards the spine. The chest drops, the chin, the nose, and the eyes. Good. I'm going to move that block out of the way because we're going to actually do some toe raises. So I'll sit on the edge of the chair here so that you can see. If you wanted to try this standing, you certainly could. It will work on your balance a little bit more than if we're in a chair, but this is designated as a desk kind of chair yoga class. So, but if you, in your daily practice, you like to try and balance and come on up onto those toes, you certainly can, but I won't be demoing that here. So as we take a deep breath in, press into the heel. The heels come up, press into the toes. And you'll feel a nice bit of stretch along the top of the foot. And maybe even into the ankle and heel. Exhale, press down into the ground. Inhale to rise. Exhale, flat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Now pressing the hands of feet out in front of us, we'll take some toe raises here as well. So in this pose, I want you to alternate. One toe pulls up towards my nose. The other toes are pressed into the floor. And then swap. 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 2 more times. And last one. Now we're going to actually do these with all in one motion. Okay, so moving the ankles together as one piece. Zip up the legs so that there's no air between the legs, if that's possible for you. Some of us might be a little bit bow-legged, and so there might be some space there. That's okay. Just make sure that your feet are touching. We're trying to get our feet to come up together. So as we inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. I'm going to scoot back into my chair because now we're going to do one leg at a time. So extending the left leg out in front. Really engage that leg so that it is even parallel to the floor, right? I could do this. That's not much work. I'm actually engaging the thigh, tightening all these muscles up in here so that the leg can stay parallel, okay? And as we inhale, flex, exhale, point. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. 3 more times. 2, really getting those joints lubricated. And last one. Now bringing the foot, you can relax the leg for a moment. Tap it out if you need to. Okay, the next motion we're going to do is actually turning the ankle as if we're saying no with our ankle, okay? So here we go, just gently swinging the foot side to side as if I'm saying no. That's one. And now just a couple of rotations in one direction and then the other. And then we'll switch legs. So extending the right leg now. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. One last one. And point. Go ahead and release that leg. Okay, back on up. Now we're actually going to draw that no movement with the ankle. So this is some really good ankle mobility movements. I injured my Achilles, well, kind of not even my Achilles, kind of the interior side of my heel. And this is some of the exercises. And then now circles in one direction. But these movements are good for anyone, even if you haven't had a foot injury, just to pay attention, reversing direction, paying attention to kind of all those creaks and cracks that are happening, right? Moving that joint fluid in there is going to help us maintain our flexibility in those ankle joints. All right, the next one we're going to do, actually, I shouldn't have turned to my chair. We're going to do an elbow to knee crunch, okay? So as I'm seated, I'm going to pick up that knee towards my chest. The other arm is going to come up and we're going to crunch and try and touch the elbow to knee. We'll do 5 on each side. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We'll do the other side. Are we ready for this side? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Now we're going to take that left arm up. Actually, it'll be your right arm. And the left leg will come out. We're actually going to try and reach for those toes. Inhale and exhale. Engaging that foot the whole time. Everything is tight. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, reaching. 2 more times, reaching for those toes. And release. We'll do the other side. So extending now the left leg. Sorry, the right leg. Opposite arm. As we exhale, coming down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. 4 more. 2 more. Last one. And release. Nice. Our next position or pose that I'd like us to take is a figure 4 hip opener. Okay. So we've worked those legs quite a bit and the ankles quite a bit and the neck and the shoulders. So now we're going to work on these hips. So these hip muscles get real tight as we sit in chairs, mostly because our knees are together. So if we were sitting in a cross-legged position, our hips would have an opportunity to release and to relax, and those muscles in the hips right here would have a chance to relax. Okay, but so what we'll do here, I'm going to use my block for this one just because, like I said, this chair is a little too tall for me. You could use anything, a pillow, your shoes, flip your shoes upside down and put your foot on the bottom of the sole of your shoe instead of wearing it. That's a good option. So in this position, my leg is in a figure 4. So if I look down, I actually see a nice little 90-degree bend. And in this position, I'm gently going to press up onto my toes to try and bring that leg closer to me. Now you could also, if you have this in your wheelhouse, in your flexibility, you can actually just scoop the leg and bring the leg up towards you, okay? But for a smaller micro movement, we're just coming up onto the toes and then releasing. One more time. Now sitting up nice and straight, I'm going to try and fold over my knee, okay? So trying to bring your chest a little bit closer towards your calf. And every time you take a deep breath in, see if you can lengthen the spine and exhale a little bit deeper, a little bit closer to that figure 4. Now this stretch you should feel in the back of that right hip. You might feel it a little bit in the knee. If it's twingy in your knee, just lean off, take a step back, okay? We don't want to cause any twingy stuff that's not comfortable, right? We want to get that nice stretch into the hip, but we don't want to damage the knee to do so, right? Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Coming on back, you can go ahead and release that leg and we'll do the other side. So again, taking that figure 4 position, and it might be a little bit tighter on this side. For me, it is. Making sure that my nice figure 4 position, my foot is engaged, the one that's resting on my knee. I'm not just like letting it flop. I'm actually activating that foot, flexing, so that all the muscles in my leg are nice and working, okay? And again, you're welcome to, if it's in your wheelhouse, to just pick up the leg and bring it closer to your chest. If that's not for you, let's go ahead and just do some toe raises to try and bring that leg a little closer to us. And we'll just do 3 or 4 here. And you can certainly feel that. I can certainly feel it right in here, right in the back of the hip, into the glutes. Last one. Okay, now sitting up nice and tall and straight. As we exhale, we're just going to try and come and bring our chest closer to that leg, closer to that calf. So take a deep breath in to lengthen. And as we exhale, leaning forward a little tiny bit, and maybe that's as far as you go. That's okay. You're actually working into that muscle. If you can feel that stretch happening and it's changed from when you were seated upright, you're doing the stretch. But as you take each exhale, try and see, moving slowly, see how far you can get into this stretch. Everybody's different, every side is different, and every day is different. So yesterday I might have been able to do this, boom, head right down there. But today it's not feeling good, so I'm not gonna push it. I have to listen to my own body and my own flexibility to see where I am each day and on each side. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release. All right, so next, actually I'm gonna move my block because now I wanna actually see if I can do a wider hip stretch. So coming onto my chair, my legs are off to the side. And I'm going to try and reach down towards the floor. So a little bit of a forward fold, okay? So taking a deep breath in, lengthening. And as you exhale, just gently pressing forward. You can use the chair to get there. Maybe this is as far as you get. Maybe you just rest on your forearms on your thighs. Maybe that's as far as you get. Maybe you're able to release the hands down to the ground. Maybe you're on fingertips or even a block, right? I can use my highest setting of the block. And as I work towards this flexibility, I'll be able to lower the block and lower the block and then lower the block. Wherever you are, just let your head hang. My necklace is hitting my microphone. Sorry about that. Take a deep breath in. And a big exhale. On your next inhale, walking up towards the fingertips, moving yourself back into the chair. Maybe the hands come to the seat of the chair and slowly rolling up. The head is the last thing to come up. Placing the hands on the knees. We're going to take opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Okay, so as we take a deep breath in, lengthen. And as you exhale, lower that left shoulder to the right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, opposite. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. And exhale. Coming back up to center, taking any small micro movements that you might need at this point. We're just going to sit in silence for a minute or two before we get back into our work day and back into our potential stress levels, right? And moving through the day for others. Let's just end this practice with a quick few minutes of silence here. You're welcome to hop off at any point. We're just going to sit here in silence and then I will ring the bell when we are finished. Slowly blinking the eyes open if they're closed. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bringing the hands up to the heart center. We'll take our closing words here. Bring the hands to the heart center and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your hands up to your forehead. We think good thoughts. Bring your hands to your mouth. We say good thoughts. Bringing our hands to our hearts. We do good thoughts. Bowing forward. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. I hope you had a great practice with me. I'll be back again next Wednesday for the last of our 6-week series, Lunchtime Yoga Break. I'll see you then. Have a great day.